Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're watching. I'm Zane Belsack, and today we're going to be discussing the Rule of 72 and how it's really one of the most useful tools for understanding how your money grows over time. So let's get into the actual rule. And the rule itself is really a formula. It is 72 divided by the rate of return we're striving for or achieving equals years to double. Now, the rule of 72, as you can see, is pretty straightforward. You take 72 and divide it by your annual return rate, and this result tells you approximately how many years it takes for your money to double. So let me show you a good real life example. Say if your investment earns something like 7% per year on average. So now we have our return rate solved for. 72 divided by 7 equals 10.29 years. So according to this formula, your money doubles in approximately 10 years, and this is without you adding any additional contributions. Really, this is your investment compounding. Now, why exactly does this matter? Consider this scenario. Say you invest $10,000 at age 25, and that money grows at the 7% rough return rate that we were talking about. So now at age 35, that's one doubling because we went up, it's plus 10 years. So one doubling, that 10,000 is now doubled to 20,000. And at age 45, that's two doublings. Now we're at 40,000. So the 20,000 has doubled once again. And 55, three doublings. Now we're at 80,000. And I'm sure you can tell where I'm going with this, but at age 65, we're at four doublings. So $160,000. Now, let's look back on this. You contributed $10,000, but the remaining $150,000 came from time and really compounded growth. Now, compare that to someone who starts at age 35. So 10 years later, by age 65, they have, I would say roughly according to this rule, $80,000. Now, they missed two complete doublings simply by waiting 10 years. And I'm sure you can tell the important context, but I'll dive into it a little bit deeper. But first, this framework really assumes consistent returns year over year. But I think we all know in reality, markets fluctuate. So some years you might earn 15% and other years you might lose 5%. But historically, markets average around 7% annually. And it's really important to understand that, once again, this is an approximation tool. It's a framework for understanding the pattern, not really a guarantee of exact results. Now, if I were to give some actionable steps, really, here's how to use this. First, calculate your timeline. So if you're 30 and you want to retire at age 65, that is 65 minus 30, that's 35 years. And then you do the same thing. I mean, whatever return rate you want to use, say if you want to use 7% as an average, you divide 72 by 7 like we did before, and that's roughly 10 years per doubling. So your money could double approximately around 3 times before retirement. And it's really understanding this pattern. It can help you see why starting early is one of the most important financial decisions you can really make. Now, to conclude, really, the rule of 72 is powerful because it's simple. I mean, it requires only basic math. No calculators or really complex formulas are needed in this scenario. But what it does show is the tangible impact of time really on your wealth. And I hope you can tell, really, the earlier you begin investing, the more this rule works in your favor. So I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. I will see you next Monday.